going on, everybody? This is Ray Hayes with Spreaker News, coming to you again with another mini podcast. Haven't done one in a while, but I hope everyone is having a good week. A lot of little kids. I know my son is preparing for Halloween, so it's kind of exciting, so to say. See his little costume. But once again, like I said, I hope everyone's having a good week. Weekend is fast approaching. Hope you all have a good weekend as well. Before we start the podcast, I wanted to let you all know that follow us on our social media platforms. You can follow us on Twitter at GDN Network. You can like our Facebook page, Spreaker News. We're also on Google Plus, Spreaker News. So check us out. We also have daily articles where we talk about supplier diversity, technology, politics, small business, veteran news. We go over an array of topics, and we also have a little fun as well, where we talk about comics, so on and so forth as well. But definitely check us out on our website, www.spreakernews.com. Like I said, we have a whole list of articles that we post daily. So if you're interested in learning more about those specific topics and things going on in those specific fields, come check us out. Today, I wanted to touch on the topic of Apple's VP take on diversity. And before I start, let's want to just go over her comment, how she said that 12 white, blue-eyed, blonde men in a room can be a diverse group. And what do you think about that? Can 12 blue-eyed white men in one group, in a group, in one room be a diverse group? Technically, they can. Because diversity is not solely based off the color of your skin. It's not, because 12 blue-eyed white men, one white guy can be from Ireland, another one can be from England, another can be from South Africa. But they're all, one distinguished thing about them, that they're white. However, when it comes to diversity, they can have different socioeconomical backgrounds. One could be raised in a well-off family, but one could come from the slums and now is the CEO of a company. So you can't just look at the color of a person's skin all the time and say that they're not diverse. Now, she got a lot of backlash because she made the topic. Granted, some people are sensitive about that topic because, what do you mean? A room full of all white guys is diverse. That's wrong. No, it's not. I just explained how it's not wrong. So I understand some people's grief. However, she makes a valid point. We have to go beside. We can't just always think about the color of a person's skin. I'm leaving out the fact of race, because race does not determine your skin color. Not race, but nationality. So let's say the person of someone's skin does not always determine whether something is diverse. Because when you go to a HBCU, majority of the kids at a HBCU, let's say usually about 90% of the kids at HBCUs are the skin color black, right? But you have HBCUs saying that they're diverse. And the reason being is because their skin color doesn't determine the value of that person's character. Because when you look at the person's character, you look at the person's background, his socioeconomic background, you look at his family's background, his upbringing, who he is as a person. That's diversity. He can be from a minority group in Africa. He could be from Europe. He can be from throughout the world. He can come from crazy circumstances, coming from the worst of neighborhoods, but making it to college, to an Ivy League, or to Morehouse, or to Howard University. Diversity, simply put, is not based on skin color. And Apple's VP of diversity made a valid point. And people overlooked that and criticized her for making that point. Because a lot of those people who criticized her will go on to say HBCU is diverse. And what she's saying is true. There's diversity in it. But if you look at those kids or those 12 white men and say, oh, they're all from the same socioeconomic backgrounds. They all have similar traits. Then no, they're not diverse. But if we look at their upbringing, their character, where they're from, and all so on and so forth, we'll probably find out they're more diverse than we ever thought. Now, there are circumstances where you go into companies and the board is filled with all relatives. Because they keep putting family members in. So there's no diversity there. But in this case, I think she's playing off the fact that there's more to it than just skin tone. With that being said, I want to thank you all for listening to the podcast. Like I said, it's always going to be short and to the point. On Sundays, me and Jamie White, we do a podcast where we talk about different things, but it's usually much longer than this. Like that. I mean, so if you want something more in detail and covering more information, check us out. It's not a live stream, sorry. Well, we will post it during the week, but then we get together on Sunday and we go about doing those podcasts. This coming Monday, the National Minority Supplier Diversity Council is hosting the annual conference. So be on the lookout. It's www.supplier news for some information we'll be sharing at the conference. Sharing from the conference. Jamie will be at the conference. He'll be doing live interviews with different companies. They will also be on the website, and I'll post on my Twitter account at rhayes1121. Where you can also find those live stream interviews as well. In that live stream interviews, he'll be talking to different executives from the field of supplier diversity. So definitely check us out. With that being said, thank you for taking out the time of your day to hearing me, listening to my mini podcast, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Once again, this is Ray Hayes with Supplier News, and I'm out.